Imagine being the best football player of all time and making it clear to everyone that you are available, but no one wants you. Hello and welcome to the channel. In today's video, we talk about Ronaldo's second stint at Manchester United, which looks like it isn't going too well for the prolific forward this season. It's evident that the world-famous forward consistently upped his game over the last 2 decades, transforming himself from the tricky, mercurial winger that arrived at United in 2003 to a poacher of the highest quality in recent years. Ronaldo returned to Manchester United as one of the greatest footballers of all time, with a trophy-littered career beyond the realms of belief in its consistency, longevity, and success. He could frustrate as much as excite with his quick feet, agile body, and powerful shots. But we can't say the same for his second stint at Old Trafford. The 37-year-old has been reduced to a bench role at Old Trafford, starting just one of United's 7 league games this season. The striker was left fuming and stormed down the tunnel 4 minutes before full-time after a substitution snub during Manchester United's 2-0 win against Tottenham. Manchester United was comfortably on their route to victory after goals from Fred and Bruno Fernandes, but that wasn't enough to keep Ronaldo happy as he desperately wanted to be in the midst of the action. This event has gotten everyone talking. Will he stay at Manchester United or transfer? We'll answer your burning question in a bit, but let us first look at Ronaldo's celebrated return to United before things went downhill. Ronaldo's second stint at Old Trafford began when Manchester United won the race to sign the Portugal star from Juventus on a 2-year deal on August 25th of 2021 for a reported fee of €23 million. Even though his re-signing was subject to personal terms, a visa, and a medical assessment, fans eagerly anticipated the return of the superstar, who scored 118 goals in 292 games during his first spell at Old Trafford. But unfortunately, his second debut at United is not going as planned. The Portugal man's activities on the pitch over the last 2 seasons have been somewhat disappointing, even though he hit his 700th goal mark with 7,307 days between his first senior club goal for Sporting Lisbon against Moreirense and his 700th goal for Manchester United against Everton. The tally has caused him to be widely regarded as the first player to have ever reached 700 goals at the club level. Now, that's an impressive feat. So why isn't he performing to his highest capacity? The fact is that a club like United can't rebuild around a 37-year-old target man, especially in these crucial times when they are fighting so hard to win back their old glory. But he's still essential to the team, so he needs to be kept fresh for the moments when he can make a huge difference. At 37 years old, CR7 is likely too old for Man United to rely on 100%. Worse yet, his relationship with coach Erik ten Hag is said to have been deteriorating over the past weeks. Multiple news channels have claimed that Cristiano Ronaldo is reportedly at loggerheads with the Manchester United boss. The tension between the two first started when Ronaldo expressed a desire to leave United for free. The club and Ten Hag refused to allow it. Ronaldo believes he still has around 4 years left at the top of his game and wants to spend his remaining time competing in the Champions League. He has been searching for an exit since last summer, but United will only release Ronaldo for a paid transfer. And since no club has come in with a suitable offer for United to part ways with, the football legend will have to remain at Old Trafford at least until this season is over. According to a new report, Ronaldo has criticized Ten Hag's style for United. The statement comes from the Times reporter Duncan Castles. Castles is known to have a close relationship with the camp of Jorge Mendes, Ronaldo's agent. The report says, there are those at Carrington who describe Cristiano Ronaldo often at loggerheads with Ten Hag. They speak of a footballer who complains about the nature and quality of training sessions, and who thinks Manchester United would be better off playing a different way. The statement continues with, Cristiano Ronaldo is said to consider Ten Hag stubborn and unnecessarily wedded to his approach that worked at Ajax. Regarding his playing time, the prolific forward doesn't seem to understand that at his age, being on the bench is of no interest to Ronaldo, who believes that he still has a place on the starting 11 but hasn't been given many chances to prove himself this season. The 5-time Ballon d'Or winner appears not to be performing like before lately, and it's hard to see that Ronaldo is no longer untouchable. But let's face it, the expectations from Ronaldo have probably been unfair. There have been rumors of transfers to Chelsea, Saudi Arabia, and even MLS. but all except one have opted out of making an offer to Ronaldo. One of the favorites to snatch up Ronaldo this season was Bayern Munich because a transfer there just makes sense. Lewandowski's departure from Bayern Munich left a huge gap in front of Julian Nagelsmann. The Bundesliga champions make mincemeat of their league opposition, but it is the Champions League that they so badly want. Surely they could do their chances no harm by signing the player who has scored more times in that competition than anyone else ever. But Nagelsmann is not interested, opting instead to set his sights on Lille's Jonathan David as a potential replacement for Lewandowski. Nagelsmann said in July, "As highly as I rate Cristiano Ronaldo as one of the greatest, a transfer wouldn't be fit with our philosophy. I love Cristiano Ronaldo, and everyone knows how fantastic he is. But every club has a certain philosophy, and I'm not sure if it would be the right thing for Bayern and the Bundesliga if we signed him now." Bayern Munich is not the only club that stylishly rejected him. Paris Saint-Germain has also avoided making any deals with the striker. When it comes to superstar forwards egging on their agents to find them new clubs, PSG is usually a top choice on the list. Let's also not forget that the very idea of Lionel Messi and Ronaldo on the same side is something only those on FIFA can dream about, but in this reality, it appears it is impossible. Despite the French giants almost certainly salivating over the commercial eruption that would come from partnering up the two, they have ruled themselves out of the race. According to Le Parisien, PSG is not interested as they look to take a different approach in the transfer window, targeting lower profiles like Seko Fofana and Nordi Mokele, after hiring Christophe Galtier as manager and Luis Campos as sporting director. Sticking around in the Premier League at a club that has recently won the Champions League would appeal to Ronaldo. However, his United links prevent him from signing for Manchester City or Liverpool, which leaves Chelsea as the only realistic option. One of the topics of conversation was Ronaldo's availability. Once again, it appears that Chelsea has resisted the urge to splash out on the Portuguese superstar. Chelsea co-owner, American billionaire Todd Boehly, instead chose to back his manager Graham Potter, who has other areas of the squad he wants to address first. In his statement explaining the choice, he said, "I would not rule out signing another striker, but it's not our priority," said the Chelsea boss. "The priority right now is our defense. It's not a secret. We lost top players, and so now we need to replace them." The superstar might not have the gift of choice on his side after all. As it appears, the Portugal man has not been getting any offers, at least not the ones he wants. Everyone knows Ronaldo as a player who guarantees goals and success, so why is no one willing to take the risk on the 5-time Ballon d'Or winner? When Cristiano Ronaldo made his return to Manchester United in 2021, expectations from both parties were high. But these expectations have hardly been met, and the Portugal superstar communicated his desire to leave Old Trafford before the transfer window closed last summer. The only bid so far is from the Saudi Arabia side Al Hilal, but United described the proposal as obscene. The superstar even forfeited playing preseason as the forward and his agent Jorge Mendes worked tirelessly to convince Champions League teams to take a chance on him, all to no avail. Time has now run out for the superstar to secure a move, and he will have to remain at Old Trafford for the rest of the season. Regardless, Ronaldo is not discouraged and has once again publicized his stance on leaving Manchester United for Major League Soccer's Inter Miami. Inter Miami owner and former United man David Beckham is attempting to bring Ronaldo to the MLS, according to The Sun. The newspaper says that Ronaldo, who grew impatient and desperate to leave Manchester United last summer, will give the offer from America a serious thought. If you enjoyed this video, check out our other videos for some more awesome content.